meters are moving. Alright, so... this fucking thing. God damn it. Oh, okay, great. Still says 0 watching though, which is weird. I'll just okay, I'm just gonna put my chats. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the chat window over here, this up here. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. So, problem is that I have a step event that needs to be checked every step, but run only once. Classic problem. Usually, state managers are good at this, but I am bad at state managers. In this specific scenario, I enter a room, dialogue happens. After dialogue is done, it makes a billion buttons when it should only make 5. Yeah. So if we run this, okay, here's our dialogue sequence. Welcome customer, come to pay your dial, and then so yeah. So we got a couple different things going on here. Let me close my workspaces and then just get rid of the things that just only have the relevant shit up. So hold on a second. Not even this isn't really relevant. This is relevant. Okay. Close all but this. Okay, so we've got our game states object. We also need the dialogue object. Okay, so we got our dialogue object, and then we need this script. Come on, there we go. We need this script, and let's do building transaction, even though there's like nothing to it. And building dialogue, even though there's nothing to it. Okay, so this is it. It's literally these components are in charge of this thing. Alright, so, alright. So, object dialogue. Object dialogue has this create event, which has in it this array called my buttons. Right now, in the create event, I just initialize it as being a 1D array with just one thing in it that just says test. That's it. However, in the room, in the bank room, God, get this thing off. I can kind of hate the room editor. It's so annoying sometimes. Alright, we've got this creation code, and my buttons has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. So there should be 5 buttons. How do we know that there should be only 5 buttons? Well, let's go back here. So in the draw GUI event, we got this big, huge fucking thing that JMDJ wrote for me, and it's great. I disabled like half of it because I only need it to do one thing. But it's got this part where, hey, if we're done writing out our dialogue, we're gonna have this Boolean called done equal true. And so when done in the step event, if done equals true, it's time for us to, so are we done talking? Time to make buttons. Make sure the game state is set to buttons mode. I guess. I mean, whatevs. Part of the problem is that there's nothing, like, once we've exhausted our dialogue, this Boolean, like this block is always running constantly. So I could, oh god, I guess I could just do this and g dot game state does not equal game state dot building transaction. That actually might solve my problem right there, because that means this runs only once. I may have figured it out. Well, let's just do that. I'm gonna cut this. Let's put it there. Let's just do that, and so that you can see what's going on. Okay. Also, my state manager is in. Okay, so doing all that. Now, let's try this. Nope. Still broken. It's still broken. So, what's up? Like, why? Yeah. You weren't checking what state you were in when doing the done? No. Not until just now. But it still doesn't work. Let's go back a little bit. So we've got our game state manager, which has this thing called global.gamestate. Wait a minute. Yeah, g.gamestate. Hey Stahu. Hi. Long time no see. Got a really annoying problem right now with an infinite do you have audio on or off? Because if your audio's off, well, I don't know if I have the energy to like really type it out. It's on. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna talk through it as I showed it. So we've got this room. Whoops. We have a room here. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll post it in Slack in a minute. Okay, so we've got this room here, and we have these objects, and most importantly, there's this object, which is object dialog. Object dialog. Okay. Object dialog has this array, and this array is called myButtons. This array has, in the creation code in the room, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons, and the array is just strings. Like, these are just strings. So we have an array with 5 entries. Object dialog in the create, it does initialize the variable here, but the creation code in the bank overrides this. So anyways, it has its event. It also importantly, it's got this boolean here called done, which right now starts out at false. So in the draw GUI event, and this is really tall and huge. I don't know if I'm gonna post all this in the Slack. Who knows? This is all in charge of like processing the dialogue that happens, and it's not really important for you. Like, this all works just fine. What's important is that when we're all done, like when we don't have any more messages to display, done equals true. That's the only important thing in this huge block of code. When done equals true in the step event, if done. Hey, are we done talking? Okay, we're done talking. Let's do this script. It's time to make some buttons, and then we're going to change the game state to a different game state building transaction or whatever. Okay, so in that script, transaction buttons, which is down here, we've just got some debug. We've got local variable buttons equals argument 0. And oh, by the way, argument 0 is the array myButtons, which, if you recall, that array has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries in it. So we are sending a variable that's an array with 5 strings inside to this script. So the script receives that yeah, that's an old comment from JMD, who originally built the draw GUI event. Disregard it. Okay, so buttons, argument 0. So buttons is equal to 5. Button count, well, no, buttons is equal to an array with 5 entries in it. Button count is equal to 5 because it's array length 1b, argument 0. So if our game state is not equal to game state building transaction, which, keep in mind, in order of operations here, we haven't gotten here yet. So the very first time that this block runs, this condition still evaluates to true, like proceed, go ahead, because our game state is not building transaction yet. So, okay, we're gonna proceed. So now we run a for loop for, you know, I equals 0, I is less than the button count, and then I plus plus. We're going to basically create a button. You know, we have a temporary X, a temporary Y for placement reasons. Then we have this new button for placement reasons. We're gonna create obj button transact in the portraits layer. By the way, that if statement is gonna return false the first time. No, it's gonna return true the first time. This is not equal to it proceeds. Okay, so I realize that the naming convention is bad. No problem. I realize that it's a bit confusing, but I'm desperate. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna create a new button. This new button has this variable called myTrigger. Don't really worry about this. I mean, I know this works because we see they don't all create at the same time. Set a new button's trigger timer. New button, my title is equal to the string that is inside the argument. And again, this works, so don't worry about it. But with this new button, then we're going to trigger user event 0. I kind of don't really want to focus on oh, right. I kind of don't want to focus on this because I know that this works fine for now. Like, I don't really care about obj my button and whether or not it works. What I care about is the fact that there are thousands of them after this runs. And so that block finishes, this for loop finishes after 5 are created, and then we show this debug message that reports how many of obj button transact there are, because that's what we're creating, obj button transact. And then we go back to here where the game state changes to building transaction, which should note, like, this should not be true anymore, and yet it spews out a bajillion. What is calling the script? obj dialog is calling the script. Step it then. So if we go here, watch down here. Bajillion buttons. We shouldn't have the bajillion buttons because, like, this should skip once it gets to here because we change it here. I don't get it, man. Apparently. I mean, yeah, it is. I'm stumped. Like, this shouldn't be running. I mean, I could, I guess, toggle a breakpoint here. I kind of hate the debug tool because it never really works right, but yeah, I don't know. Let's do globals. Game state value 1. Right. This should be correct. Let's step over. Wait, where the hell? Exit or break. I've never used for. Exit or break might be a good idea. One thing I'd like to see is if you could add a debug statement to the transactions button script saying what the game state is. Okay. Let me step through this just really quick, because I want to know. Okay, so right now what it's doing is it's creating 5 button transacts. It's going to do this 5 times. OBJ header char. OBJ panel dot draw event. Oh god. Oh wait, our game state did change to 8. So wait, why is it running body text left? Oh. Man, this is gonna take a while. Play. Okay, so what? Our game state got set back to 1. Okay, so something is changing. Only came across your channel last night and seeing you go live. Oh. Hi, dude. Okay, so something is changing the game state back to 1, I think. But that's weird. I don't. Can I close this? Can I close this? Yeah. All right. I don't know what would be doing that. That was my guess, why I wanted your script to output what the game state was. Yeah. I can't think of what could possibly be changing the game state back to 1, which, by the way, so let's go to OBJ game states. Game state 1 is title screen, isn't it? I mean, I think that's do a global search. Control C, Control F. I don't know how to do a global search. How do you global search? Tools. Any tools? No. Search for I'm just gonna search for title screen since I think that's find all. Game state step 10. Front end. Why are you writing what you're saying as we can hear your... Yeah. He doesn't have audio. Yep. Okay, maybe that's not it. So let's, okay. Let's do a find all on this one. Cause like, okay. OBJ camera controller. So, hold on, let's look at OBJ camera controller really quick. Step, change camera destination. Yeah, that's not really changing anything though. So I think we can rule this one out. Yeah, and this object is not persistent, and it's not in that room. So we can just rule that object out. In fact, let's go to room bank. Let's close this. In room bank, we have no abstracts. Just that character, the dialog boxes, portrait, header text, the mouse cursor. I don't think that the mouse cursor does anything here, but hold on. I mean, there's this, but that's... Okay, so if we go to... Alright, so game state, OBJ game states. So in here, yeah, state stack. In the create event, we put game start. Equals ds stack top g dot state stack. So whoops, I shouldn't be changing global dot game state. I should be changing global dot state stack, right? Like, hold on, what's... Can I see? Oh my god, yeah. Alright, I'm not even... Okay. So, I think I got it. Alright. I need to be changing a thing called state stack, not global.gameState. So, or at least, I hope that's what I need to be doing. Let's go to OBJ dialog and change, instead of global.gameState, state stack. Right? Yeah, nothing. It's supposed to do nothing. At least I think ds stack top. No, that's a stat. Oh, ds stack push, game start. Wait, let's go back to the camera controller. Oh, no. No. Okay, I fucked up. I wouldn't want to do that. Let's... What? Man. DS stack push global.gamestate is equal DS stack top. So where am I pushing? Can I see this? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Alright, can I see this? Stack push. Okay. New game screen. It's all SCR front end, which doesn't do anything. And then okay. So I guess I do a DS stack push then. So let's copy this. Let's go to our dialog and let's do a DS stack push, but building transaction. There. So now when we run this code, yeah, okay. I think this will run only once. Oh, thank God. Okay. Their image speed isn't being set to 0, which is a different problem that I can fix. Oh, man. Fucking got it. What a victory. So the lesson here is that I need to push to the DS stack whenever it's time to change the game state, and not change the game state variable directly. Because if I change the variable directly, the DS stack will override it. That's what was happening. Okay, well, awesome. I gotta go walk my dogs. I gotta take the dogs for a walk. I'll be back later today. Gotta run a couple errands. I'll be back around 1 p.m. Sorry for the short stream. Whew, boy.